First impressions are a lot bigger in person than like in, holy crap. What'd you do, buy the biggest one possible?
Yep.
Been hanging out at this park today like a homeless person, heading over to the hotel, the La Quinta here in Olathe. The Chadwick is back from Long Beach with the big van topper. Let's go check it out while we still have a flicker of daylight. Okay, Flash, up and in. And you go up. All right, first look. Nice carpet. Oh my God. It's not like a van, it's like a room. It smells good in there too. Wow, and you're what, like 6'8"?
Yeah.
All right, copyright strike be damned. Oh my God. I'm standing up in a van. I like the wood accents. How much did that cost?
What was that?
The wood accents.
That was like an extra 200.
Okay.
And then that was like extra for this too. I don't remember the exact cost.
Huh.
But this is a 1/2 inch sheet of molded plywood. And these are 1x4s.
Huh. So is there protection if this thing rolls on its top? Or no?
No.
No.
No. With this plywood, I think he said it can hold like 300.
Okay. Okay.
So it's for like if you're going to mount stuff on top of the roof.
And they put a fantastic Max Air in here?
Max Air, yep.
Nice.
Yep. There's 2 chairs, a cot, and a sleeping bag behind these totes.
The cot that I borrowed you is back there?
No, it's right there.
Oh,
But
a different cot.
I could fit it on, if I remove this sleeping bag and these 2 totes, I could fit it up here easily.
Did you guys sleep in this at all?
I did.
Nice.
The entire way out here.
Nice.
Yep. I wish I could have stood out here. So, and it's sheet metal screws all the way around. Where the ribs used to be, they bolted it because there's extra metal. It's sealed on the inside, sealed in the middle, and all the way on the outside around it. So.
And you had some pretty Herculean rainstorms out there, I saw, and no leaks.
Nothing came through the top, but I was worried about this before I went out there, because when I pulled these panels off to get the ceiling off, I had noticed some moisture behind the panels. I am getting leaks from the windows.
Huh.
So yeah. So that might be why it was always inside.
What's the plan for that?
The plan for that is probably to remove the windows and put them back on with sealant.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Interesting.
But for tonight, since it's going to rain, it's to go get some painter's tape and put it around the top edges.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 2 places that I kind of follow for putting these tops on the van. There's one in Utah that does a lot more, it seems like, finishing up on the tops. And then FIBERINE, if that's how it's pronounced, down in Long Beach. What made you pick FIBERINE over that place in Utah?
Well, I choose FIBERINE just because of the style of the top. It's got the extra bump out on the front, so you get the extra storage, and I just thought it was worth it. And their story, you know, just watching a few different YouTubers and seeing the videos that they did of getting it, it just seemed like it was going to be a little nicer experience.
Yeah, and that was my next question is, how would you rate your experience? Because you live in Minnesota, you had to drive down to California to do this. Kind of how was rate your experience and why?
It was easily a 10 out of 10. I mean, it was great. I showed up in the morning. They kind of gave me a tour of the place, showed me my topper that they were planning on putting on, asked me a few questions. One of the things I had done is I had my Max Air fan installed, and they asked me where I want it. They would have put it anywhere in here for me. You know, they told me how they were planning on sealing it and doing this and that. And then when we're all done taking care of everything, he goes, so, you know, what do you kind of want to do for the day? You know, I can get you a Uber down to Long Beach. There's beaches. They got the aquarium. It's pretty cool time. And then I'll give you a call before 4, you know, around 3:30, 4 o'clock, and we'll get you an Uber back here. I said, well, I have a hotel. And they're like, oh, where? And he got me an Uber back to my hotel, so I was able to take a nap, do a few things, go out and get lunch, you know, come back. And then in the afternoon, they gave me a call. He sent me another Uber to come pick my van up. He walked me through, showed me everything, talked to me about everything, and it was just, overall, it was a great experience working with Gonzalo.
The other question I have is, did they require money up front? How much did this cost? And then what's the driving experience now that you put this 4-foot top on here? I don't know how big it is, but it's huge.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot of breakdown, but we'll start out with first. Yes, they do require money up front because all of these are custom made. They make them custom made for every order, so they do ask for half down. When you contact the company, they send you out a price list of all the extras and everything else you can get windows in. I opted to get the 1/2-inch plywood ceiling installed and the 1x4 ribs on the side so that you have places to mount things. And that was a little extra. They charged me for the fan to have that installed, but they took care of it. They sealed it. They did everything. So they required half down, which was about $4,000. We sent it through Zelly, I think they call it. That was a little bit of a pain in the ass, but that had nothing to do with them. It was all the fact that Zelly wouldn't let me send more than $1,000 at a time. So, but total cost for me was right around $8,000 with all my extras. When you call them, they send you out the list of how much everything costs, and they put together a custom bid for you. As far as driving experience, I don't think it handles much different. You do feel the crosswinds because you do have a sail on your van now. It was just a standard top, so it didn't hit as much wind. But for me, with my drive, I drive big vehicles, so I'm used to it. As far as steering ability, it seemed fine. You know, I drove through the mountain passes on the way back through I-40, and we hit crosswinds, and it wasn't like it was throwing me all over the place. It looks like the semis were getting it a lot worse than I was, so it wasn't too bad. Mileage on the way out there, I was able to get almost 16 miles to the gallon. On the way back, I'm less than 12. I'm between 11 and 12.
Last question is, why did you pick the E150 for your shell to build out as a camper when you could have picked a GM, a ProMaster, the new Ford Transit? You kind of went old school. Tell us about that.
Well, I went with the E-Series because I'm familiar with it. Everybody I know uses the E-Series. You know, it's just at work, that's what we use. So it's just something I'm very comfortable with. I like it. I don't have anything against the Chevys or anything like that. And as far as going with the new Transit, it just seems like there's nothing but problems. They seem to rust out really quick, and there just doesn't seem to be much you can do with it. Where if you find an old E-Series like this one, this happens to be almost rust-free. You know, and I've driven these before, and I've gotten almost 400,000 on it.
Well, there you have it. That's kind of a cool review of the process, what this looks like, how much room is in here now. Any last-minute thoughts?
Yeah, the only other thing I would say is if you don't have a backup camera in here, I would get one because the topper's pretty high. You're not used to it. I mean, just backing into like standard parking spaces, if there's a tree behind you, normally it wouldn't have been an issue. Now you're sitting up higher. There's branches.
Yeah, good point. And I drove this thing last night when we went out to dinner, and I didn't notice that it drove any different at all. But also, it wasn't windy last night. But there you have it, folks. Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope this helps you make an informed decision.
Back in Minnesota, the global warming has returned. Let's take a look at the up front above storage. All right, here's what you get. You can see we still have the roof of the van as your main support. And then I got about a foot that I can't reach, at least a foot. So plenty of room up here. I think it would look nice, kind of like a showcase. Put a nice cabinet up there and be nice, a nice showcase for different bourbons from throughout the land. Or I should say, realm.
One of the other options I was offered while I was out there is instead of cutting it all the way back here, they would have left it to this first rib here, and then you'd have had additional storage back here like you have in the front.
So they would have left the top of the van as
Yep.
your shelf?
Yep.
Got it. That's all, folks.
Can kind of see for the storage, you got the entire front cab, which goes to about here, and then you got an additional, I don't know, 15 inches up to the V there. And you got all around the edges. One thing they do offer is they will cut it behind the rib here and leave you another set of storage back here if you wanted it. I opted out.